Hi, hello viewers. Welcome to CVR English. Today we are going to discuss about a very proud moment for every Indian out there. Today is the very special Siachenday, the day when Indian Army made the thing which is called impossible possible with every minus and negative things which Indian Army were facing were converted into their positives. Indian Army not even had proper dress and equipment or the so called uniform for Indian Army to acclimatize the Siachen Glacier and get the glacier into control. Today we are going to discuss about the legendaries of Siachen war which is faced between India and Pakistan. However, following the old tradition, Pakistan have fell on its knees on 13th April 1984. Indian Army showed their bravery as much as they can. No one in the world could believe that Siachen Glacier, that too with this many difficulties, can be won by India. Let me give you a brief thing about Siachen Glacier. 35 feet height snowfall, which means a 6 feet man out there in Siachen Glacier for a whole night into 3 of the snow will be fetched upon him. That is the exact situation of Siachen Glacier. Not only 35 feet height snowfall, also minus 55 degrees centigrade snow and cold. Many of us have seen videos from Siachen Glacier. Even juices, vegetables, eggs and other raw materials should also be boiled first when they have to be consumed. Today on this special occasion we are here to discuss about Siachenday and the bravery of Indian Army. In 35 degrees height of snowfall, minus 55 degrees centigrades snow and cold, 6 kilometers straight height, 75 kilometers total range. These are the thing which Indian Army captured. The entire area which is captured is known as NJ 9842. The three major things captured by Indian Army in the entire operation of Meghdut is Gyongla, Bilafondla, in which consists of Saltoro range, Siala and Indra Col. Indra Col is the topmost point of Siachen Glacier. If at all Bilafondla and Saltoro range are in the captures of Indian Army, 90% of the war was won. But before let us going into the war, let me explain the pre-war situations of India that time. Before this, India has lost POK, which is part of occupied Kashmir, to Pakistan, and Aksai Chin has been captured by China. Both of them has two different ends of Jammu and Kashmir. The thing which combines both POK and Aksai Chin is Siachen Glacier. In 1978 and 77, Pakistan had a very fox cunning idea of bringing the European traveler and tourist and hikers into the Siachen range and give them permission to explore the Siachen mountains. By this, unofficially and legitimately, Pakistan will get the option of saying that Aksai Chin is China's part, POK is Pakistan part, and due to European tourists are hiking with Pakistan permissions, Siachen also belongs to Pakistan. This was the cruel and crooked plan of Pakistan that time. By knowing this plan, Indian Army had got red alert. By knowing this, every possible thing was prepared by Indian Army. The troops were ready, the Josh was high on troops, everything was ready. But before the expedition, what Indian Army really required was the proper suit or the proper camouflage uniform, which is the most required thing in the Siachen war or in the operation Meghdut. In such situations, many officers from India went all the way to Norway to purchase the uniforms or the camouflage items for Indian Army. But before that, Indian Army have approached a Norway company which makes all this hiking equipments. When Indian Army has approached a so-called company, they have denied to provide the equipment. Rather than this, they have said that we will give another company contact which makes this equipment for you, but due to we are occupied for at least 2 years, we can't provide you these things. Indian Army was also like, okay, we need the equipment at any cost. Whoever the company provides it, that's okay. But before this, Indian Army had utilized its intelligence and got to know that Pakistan is the country which is taking this equipment from the Norway factories to acclimatize and take the control over Siachen. By knowing this, Brigadier Channa and Nagendra Bull, both of the heroes from Indian Army, had went to their troops and told their troops about the current situation which is happening in Pakistan. After knowing this, brave Indian Army soldiers, without a single minute of wastage and without any hesitation, people of Indian Army, Jawans of Indian Army have openly said that yes, we are ready for the war. No matter we don't have proper equipment, no matter what happens, we are ready for the war. Let's see Pakistan in the war field. Well, this was the Josh on Indian Army that time. Well, the operation Meghdut has begun and the heroes of Indian Army had started the acclimatization. Due to this excessive snowfall and minus 55 degrees centigrade, Not only these climatic challenges, but also the expedition of the steep 6 kilometer height of Siachen is one of the most difficult thing that Indian Army made possible. Due to all this, one of our radio controller of Indian Army had a problem of pulmonary edema and he lost his life in expedition. One thing was told to the party which is acclimatizing is that never on your radio signal when you start acclimatization. This was the thing said by Brigadier Channa and Nagendra Bull to the party which is acclimatizing. Well, 2 days were over when our radio controller was into the heaven. Well, Indian Army took the dead body with Indian Army for at least 2 days, because Indian Army's motto is never leave your dead or alive partner alone in the battlefield. That was the reason why Indian Army kept his dead body for 2 days with them. But after this, Indian Army, the party which is doing the acclimatization of Siachen Glacier, has decided to on the radio control and to tell the base that this is happened and please take the body of our fellow soldier. Well, helicopter Cheetah and Chetak came into the action after knowing this, but the major mistake was done by Indian Army. When the radio was on, Pakistan has got to know every minute detail of the location which Indian Army was patrolling or acclimatization. Well, after all this, many other things were also provided to the Indian Army. The RPGs were provided to Indian Army, heavy machinery guns, HMGs were provided, and many other things were also provided to Indian Army so that they can at least give a tough battle in the field. Indian Army had never thought that India would win such easily and capture Siachen base. Well, that was a reality of 1978. Well, after this, the acclimatization has started, and when Pakistan got to know this, every Indian Army soldier who is acclimatization, they are on high alert. On a fine day, when Lance Nayak Chanchal was on his duty to safeguard the people who were resting, the Indian Army Jawans who were resting, Pakistan entered the field and started the war with the use of heavy machine gun. Heavy machine gun is deployed to take a bigger battlefield, whereas Pakistan got that heavy machine gun to just attack on our soldiers. Well, this was the fear of Indian Army in Pakistan. That is the reason why Pakistan had got HMGs, heavy machinery gun, to attack on Indian Army. Lance Nayak Chanchal did not even wasted a minute second. He just started the war. He started his breast fire and took many Pakistanis into his hand. In the bravery war, Lance Nayak Chanchal has lost his life, but the Indian Army Jawans who were resting in the camp got alerted and cleaned away every Pakistani traitor who tried to take over Aksai. After this, the confidence and energy of Indian Army were on cloud 9. After the first win, entire Indian Army's energy was on there. After this, slowly Bilafondla, Saltoro Range, Siala were captured, not only by the grace of Indian Army but also due to the prayers of many Indians. After the win of Bilafondla and Saltoro Range, Indian Army got access of the major part of Siachen. Winning Bilafondla and taking control over entire Siachen is marked as one of the biggest victory for Indian Army in Operation Meghdut. Saltoro Range came under Indian Army within very few days. Conquering Bilafondla and Saltoro Range is undoubtedly one of the major battles of Operation Meghdut. After Bilafondla and Saltoro Range, Siala was captured by Indian Army. As I am saying, it's not that easy to acclimatize in such conditions, and not only acclimatization, bearing those climatic challenges and also doing a hand to hand combat or a face to face gunfight is not that easy as we speak. After Bilafondla, Gyongla, Saltoro Range and Siala, the highest point would be Indra Call. Winning Indra Call marked as the completion of Operation Meghdut. Entire thing was captured within a very less time. After witnessing this, every army of every country has saluted the heroes of Indian Army with most respect. This was the major win and establishment of heroic charisma of Indian Army in world military history. Not only this marks as one of the territorial win, this marks as one of the historic win of Indian Army over Pakistan. After 1971 war, Operation Meghdut was one of the biggest punch on Pakistan's nose. Winning Siachen is one of the major respect movement for Indian Army. After this, many also happened. Pakistan came many times to after this Meghdut operation. Pakistan attacked 2-3 times, but many majors were into action and threw away Pakistan from Siachen. This was the history of Operation Meghdut, which captured Siachen, and after this our tri-flag has been hosted in Siachen. Let's salute every major and Jawan who contributed for Operation Meghdut, and let us once again remember their bravery. CVR English is very honored to tell you our Operation Meghdut history on Siachin Day. Let us salute to every Indian Army hero out there who has given us the most protection and such proud moment in front of world military. CVR English is proud to say Siachin is in India control today. Well, this was our special discussion on Siachin Day and Operation Meghdut. Before concluding, let me tell you once again, salute to every Indian Army soldier wherever you see them. Signing off, Shrikar Tummala. For such interesting and important news update, keep watching CVR English.